Greetings and welcome, fellow captains, to another episode of Let's Play Nexus, the Jupiter incident. Right. So clearly a direct approach is not the best idea. Let's see, we have to move around the back. Luckily there's a couple of disabled ships that we can use as nav points. So the IP blocker is over here. I don't know where it is on the station, so that's gonna be a bit of a problem. And then there's also, you know, all the phalanx lasers. Oof. So again, I don't think Strikecraft are gonna help me in this case. I mean, come on, if you want me to use them, at least make them a little bit useful. This right, they're just gonna get torn to shreds. Well, at least there's no more timer for my camouflage. Well, that doesn't completely put us into the clear. Only so many ships we can use as nav points, plus of course the gate. And I don't know exactly where the IP blocker device is. It looks like there's also a couple of fighter craft circling around, which is probably why we can see them. Orc fighters. They're not particularly dangerous. I mean, there's a couple of Gorg bombers as well. Those could be annoying, but as long as our shields are up, probably not a big problem. Alright, let's keep moving towards the bleeder. And then go for the battery.
Yes, sir.
Let's try to keep at least 10 distance between all the other ships. Yeah, battle cruisers, I can't handle those one-on-one yet. Alright, the violence is getting a little close, perhaps? No, it's just I can't tell the difference in space. I mean, there's always the slight problem that once I drop the cloak, I won't instantly have my shields up. Unlike the ghost ships. What you do? Alright, so I really only have to disable the IP blocker device. It's probably not a good idea to get too fancy either way. Looks like the violence is intent on getting in the way. I mean, the Gorg are smart enough to know that I am here. They just have no clue where I am. Also kind of typical that only I was able to get through while the rest of the fleet was stuck in hyperspace. That Titan is big. It's taking forever to go around. Can't wait until I can afford the extra engine. Or the plasma engine, rather. Speed is so useful. Alright, let's go for the gate. Think we can squeeze in. And we won't get instantly hit by all the ships. And hopefully the IP blocker device is on the rear of the station. It would make sense. There's no way to tell. Because I can't make out any details on this thing. There's the violence again. It's probably fine. It's probably fine. The courage is getting a little too close.
I'm afraid we have been discovered.
Hate to say I told you so. Why can't you just leave this to the professionals?
Sir, the blocking device is now within range.
We have been detected. Warning, we are under attack.
Yes, sir.
Warning, incoming enemy bombers. Emergency, hull integrity is critical.
Ugh. Alright, so the idea is fine. Just the execution is not immediately
Understood.
good. And now the disabled ships are on top. Yeah, stupid thing is I can probably kill one of those destroyers easily. If I wasn't too worried about everything else on the field. I mean, they'd close on me in a second. Never mind the guns that the Titan has. There was a nav point somewhere in the rear, but I don't think there is. I mean, I could create a nav point myself.
Understood.
That's not what I want to do. Whoops.
Aye, aye, sir.
Let's just get rid of them. I'm already having enough trouble getting a good distance in space. Yeah, see, that doesn't help. Also, not every time I click on something I want you to go there.
Understood.
Head for the bleeder. if only there were any of those shadow ships that could help me with this one. And I kind of wagered probably the Titan has some sort of secret I could scan for, if I could get close enough. Right, let's see. Can I just... Right, that's given me a nav point way to the rear. That should be more than sufficient if I can get around. It should be possible through the wrecks. Right, but from the basic thing, when I just shot at the Titan, a little bit futilely of course, but I did shoot at it. I was able to hit something in the back, so I think the IP blocker is probably on the rear of the station, like I surmised. I mean, all of these Gorg missions are kinda... I really prefer a straight up battle rather than this sneaking and snooping around. Where at least a battle where I have some fair odds. Because, you know, going up against this by myself, that's just not fair. Alright, let's start heading for the battery. Put a bit more juice in the engine. With these systems upgraded, as Angel put it, it's probably fine. I mean, we're using a little bit of power, but that's what it's for. And it won't drain too quickly like this. Apologies. As tense as this is, it is kind of boring to do this. Right, we're almost closed in. Right, let's go to our own nav point. Kinda wish I could just pre-charge the shields just before dropping the cloak. As for the dialogue, I still find that the NPCs are just needlessly antagonistic towards Cromwell. I mean, yeah, Cromwell is being a bit dismissive about his allies because Frankly, they have not shown themselves to be too reliable. But, you know, what does Sweetwater know about tactics? I can appreciate her ability to power the cloaking device. But, you know, beyond that, do I know that she knows tactics? That she knows ship combat? Probably a little bit. I mean, for what little I remember from her bio, she was essentially raised by ghosts or something like that. So she identifies more with the ghost culture than with the human culture, so she doesn't really consider herself human, I guess. I think, I mean, she may go into more detail about that at a less inappropriate time. Alright, we're almost to the rear. And since I am tired of having to do this every time, let's get a save in here.
Understood.
And let's head towards the Titan. Let's bring our energy back up. We will have it to raise the shields. And the courage is getting too close again. All the other ships are keeping their distance.
I'm afraid we have been discovered.
Hate to say I told you so.
We have been detected.
Why can't you just leave this to the professionals?
We are under attack. Warning. Incoming enemy bombers. Emergency. Hull integrity is critical.
Ugh. Alright, well, we were close.
Understood.
But it just takes so damn long to activate the shields. Right.
I'm afraid we have been discovered.
Hate to say I told you so.
We are under attack.
Why can't you just leave this to the professionals?
Warning. Incoming enemy bombers. Emergency. Hull integrity is critical.
I mean, how else can I handle this? Not like I can take out these ships one by one.
Affirmative.
Alright, let's give this a try.
Warning. Incoming enemy bombers.
This is probably still a bad idea.
Warning. We are under attack. Warning. Shields down.
Sir, the blocking device is now within range.
Yeah. Well, I'll just have to figure this out next time. Thank you all for watching. See you all then.